Welcome to our channel Top Teners, and if you're new here, make sure to subscribe so you'll never miss a video. For people looking for a profitable area to invest their money, perhaps gaming is a good option. According to Variety, the gaming industry will be worth approximately $300 million by 2025. Just in 2018 alone, this industry has sold $181 billion, and its value will increase thanks to cloud and mobile gaming. But some people are already investing lots of money in it, and we're not talking about the company's stock market. Many players spent thousands of dollars on virtual items such as weapons, islands, or virtual real estate. They are often collectors, but they are also those people who buy thinking about a future profitable negotiation. Here are the most expensive virtual items ever sold. Number 10. Karambit Crimson Web from Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Counter-Strike Global Offensive has changed the gaming world and is one of the most successful games ever made. Unsurprisingly, it also has an enormous amount of players all over the world, and some of them are willing to pay huge amounts of money for their weapons. The most expensive item ever sold was the Karambit Crimson, a virtual version of an Indonesian knife. It sold for an average price of $2,000. However, a special Blue Gem edition was sold for $22,000, and an unknown buyer bought the King of Blue Gems for $100,000 for one. Number 9. Blue Party Hat from RuneScape. Most people willing to pay thousands of dollars on virtual items do it because it will bring a certain level of power or strength. The Blue Party Hat is an exception and is just a rare accessory with no real power. The item was available in 2001 for a special Christmas event. Many people deleted it, which made these items even more difficult to get. And it is this feeling of exclusiveness that makes it expensive. Some players are willing to pay $4,000 for one of them, and it is one of the most valuable virtual items ever sold. Number 8. Revenant Supercarrier from EVE Online. EVE Online is a successful game that has been running for more than 15 years. Some items are costly, and a player invested $9,000 on the Revenant Supercarrier, a spaceship. The item is considered extremely rare and indestructible. Well, almost indestructible. According to Forbes, during a massive battle in 2013, the spaceship was destroyed, and so were other powerful ships. The news took the EVE world by surprise, and it is still one of the most remarkable moments in its history, especially for the player who decided to invest so much money. Number 7. csgo from World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft is one of the most successful RPG games of all times. The characters become stronger after completing some tasks, and for undoubtedly, it has a huge fan base willing to pay lots of money on their virtual items and even on characters. In 2007, a player bought a csgo, a powerful character that also comes with some rare items, for $9,000. Some players are against selling their avatars, but it is a common practice. It is possible to find some of them available for $200, a bargain if compared to csgo. Number 6. Echoing Fairy Mace from Diablo 3. Diablo 3 is an RPG game that happens 20 years after the last version. The previous game ends with the devil locked, and this one starts with a meteor falling on the exact place he is and releasing the evil force. The mission of the players is to lock it again. However, fighting against evil sources is not easy and demands high investment. At least that's what the person who invested $14,000 on an echoing furry mace thinks. The weapon is known for its damaging power, but on online forums, people often say it's an overpriced item. Number 5. Sword in Age of Woolen. A good warrior needs a sword even in the virtual world. The game Age of Woolen is particularly popular in China, and a buyer had purchased a sword for $16,000. It was the only type of this sword ever made, and the buyer made headlines in China. It was a pre-release auction item, and he had to wait a few months before having the chance to use his unique sword. The auction also sold less exclusive items like cards and accessories. The Age of Woolen takes place in medieval China and is focused on martial arts. Number 4. Ethereal Flames Pink War Dog from Dota 2. Dota 2 is a popular multiplayer game all over the world. One of the most expensive items you can have is an Ethereal Flames Pink War Dog that works as a courier, and the player doesn't have to leave the front lines. But there are dogs with different skills as well. The rarest one is the pink that comes with the ethereal flame effect. That basically is fire coming out from its paws. It is considered a rare animal, and according to Forbes, people are willing to pay $38,000 for it. Number 3. Amsterdam in Second Life. Amsterdam, the Dutch capital, is priceless, at least the real one. However, the online version of Second Life was sold for $50,000. Someone has spent a lot of time creating Amsterdam. The game, the architecture, the famous streets, and even the tram lines are there. The transaction took place on eBay in 2007. The place reached that value due to its success with the adult entertainment business. However, it might not be a good idea to invest in Second Life now, since their player base is declining in the last decade. Number 2. Crystal Palace Space Station Entropia. If you're not sure how the real estate business in your city is doing, Entropia, a virtual planet, seems to be a good place to invest. In 2009, the Crystal Palace Space Station was a popular destination in Entropia and was sold for $330,000. Considering this place doesn't exist in the real world, it was an astronomical price. The negotiation made headlines all over the world, and many people started to understand how profitable the virtual world could be. By that time, this was the most expensive business transaction in the virtual world. But 1 year later, they would lose this title to another place in Entropia. Number 1. Neverveti Club in Entropia Universe. A few years ago, John Jacob remortgaged his house to have $100,000 to buy Club Never Die. Although he used real money and had real risks, the club was part of the Entropia Universe, a game. He decorated the place with rare items of the virtual world and became the hottest point of Entropia. In 2010, he sold the place for $635,000 and gained the title of highest negotiation ever made between two players. Jacob had an enormous profit and became one of the most important online traders in the virtual world. Hey, don't forget to like the video and let us know what you think of the video in the comment section. Be sure to subscribe and ring that bell icon to be notified about our latest videos.